the 34-year battle for the soul of South African municipalities. In the beautiful garden route of South Africa, various civic community movements came together to plant the seed for a shared vision to save South Africa together. It all started back in 2005, when IRASA was first established. A decade later, in 2021, the Mosul Bay Property Owners Association was formed.
By 2025, the Eden movement was created with a single, vital purpose: to answer the government's request for input regarding the management of municipalities, as outlined in the White Paper of 2025. Finally, Garden Route First was established to play its crucial role in building non-political municipalities throughout the Garden Route of South Africa. Together, these four movements stand united for a better future. This follow-up video, 1 of 12, begins where the introduction video, 0 of 12, ended. The first video presented Johan's first-hand journey through the machinery of local government, from national development planning in Pretoria to municipal finance in Edenvale, and then to provincial oversight at the Local Government Affairs Council. It recalled a model built around professional administration, financial discipline, accountable management, and service to the community. On the 23rd of March 1992, Johan resigned from the Local Government Affairs Council. That date marked the beginning of his long battle for professional, non-partisan municipal governance. Exactly 33 years and 8 days later, on the 10th of April, 2025, Government Gazette number 52498 published the government's discussion document for the review of the White Paper on local government.
The government did not simply ask how to repair potholes, restore a water pump, or balance a municipal budget. It asked deeper questions: whether the system itself is fit for purpose, whether the ideals of 1998 were realistic, whether the laws were enforced, whether politics, culture, corruption, capacity, and weak accountability have undermined local government, and what must change before more communities are left behind. The introduction video opened with a stark warning about municipal failure. This follow-up is not about repeating slogans. It is about confronting each question honestly. The communities of South Africa need municipalities that can plan, maintain infrastructure, manage money responsibly, appoint competent people, listen to residents, and deliver services without political interference.
The government has asked the questions. The task now is to face them, point by point. The Eden movement, the Mosul Bay Property Owners Association, and 70 of our members submitted a 44-page proposal on how to rectify the problems and mistakes of the past 33 years. None of us even received an acknowledgement of receipt from the Department of Cooperative Governance. This raises the serious question: does the government really have the political will and motivation to solve the problems and mistakes of the past 34 years? The 10th of April 2025, Government Gazette number 52498 published the government's discussion document for the review of the White Paper on local government. This consisted of a document of 67 pages. 33 questions, broken down into 5 parts, were asked by the government for communities to respond to. Before we dive deep into the questions asked, and how the Eden movement sees how the problem can be resolved, we did research into the best-managed countries in the world. Denmark proves that trust is built locally. While the national government sets the vision, it is the local municipalities that manage schools, elder care, and social services. By pushing power down to the community level, Denmark ensures tax money is spent exactly where residents need it most. This decentralized transparency makes them one of the least corrupt nations on earth.
In Sweden, healthcare and education are not run by distant politicians. They are managed by 21 regions and 290 independent municipalities. This massive decentralization means local leaders are directly accountable to their neighbors. When communities have the power to fund and manage their own essential services, the result is world-class healthcare, deep social equity, and a system that truly works for the people. Switzerland is the ultimate champion of decentralized power. For 700 years, their 26 cantons have operated almost like independent mini-states. Power sits directly with the citizens through direct democracy and local voting. Because the central government is small and local communities hold the real authority, corruption is virtually non-existent, and their economy remains incredibly stable. While Singapore is a highly centralized city-state, its success comes from hyper-efficient, localized administration. Their famous public housing system organizes neighborhoods into self-sustaining communities with their own town councils. By enforcing strict meritocracy and zero tolerance for corruption at every level of management, Singapore ensures that every street, train, and clinic runs flawlessly for its citizens. Finland's world-famous education system thrives because they trust local experts. Instead of top-down national testing, local municipalities and teachers have the autonomy to design curriculums that fit their specific communities. This decentralized trust in local professionals fosters incredible innovation, low poverty, and a society where every child gets an equal, high-quality start in life. Norway uses its massive national wealth to empower local communities. Their decentralized model ensures that municipalities control local health, education, and welfare services. Because local governments are deeply funded and highly accountable, citizens enjoy an extraordinary standard of living. It is this blend of national resources and local control that consistently ranks Norway among the happiest countries in the world. New Zealand builds immense trust through transparent, community-focused governments. While they have a strong central government, local councils are heavily empowered to manage regional infrastructure and environmental sustainability. By bringing decision-making closer to the people and demanding strict accountability from local leaders, they maintain an incredibly stable, inclusive, and forward-thinking society. Germany is Europe's economic powerhouse, driven by a powerful federal system. Power is heavily decentralized across 16 states, allowing regions to govern their own education, policing, and local economies. This regional autonomy ensures that infrastructure and public services are tailored to local needs, creating a resilient, balanced, and highly efficient nation. The United States was built on decentralization. Its 50 states act as laboratories of democracy, creating their own laws, taxes, and local policies. From city mayors to state governors, power is intentionally divided to prevent central control. While complex, this decentralized freedom drives massive economic growth, regional diversity, and world-leading technological innovation. The Netherlands runs on the polder model, a centuries-old system of local consensus. From managing their famous water boards to planning urban infrastructure, power is decentralized to ensure every community voice is heard. This deep commitment to local cooperation creates highly efficient public services, sustainable cities, and a society that works together to solve complex problems. South African governance, presented as a 6-level hierarchy. While South Africa is legally a constitutional democracy with 3 spheres of government, national, provincial, and local, this diagram illustrates how decision-making can often feel distant from everyday citizens. Let us break down the 6 levels shown in the current model in South Africa since 1994. Level 1 represents international influence. Here, global agendas, such as Agenda 2030, are seen as shaping domestic policy, often with limited direct public participation. Level 2 focuses on national party leadership. At this stage, powerful party bosses set political priorities and enforce discipline among elected representatives. Moving down to Level 3, we find municipal politics. This is where local councillors are tasked with applying those national priorities to local budgets and service delivery. Level 4 highlights the accountability watchdogs. Institutions like the Auditor General are responsible for auditing performance and identifying systemic failures. Level 5 shifts to civic organizations. Community associations and non-governmental groups step in to represent residents, organize advocacy, and monitor government actions. Finally, Level 6 is the community itself. Residents at the base of the pyramid experience the direct results of these policies and remain the true foundation for democratic participation and local action. It is important to note that in the original document, the IRASA solution and Act 1 of 2023 were not mentioned because we first would like to know how the government will resolve the municipal problems in South Africa without having the civic efforts involved. For the purposes of this video, we will include all the efforts as set out in the 20-video series titled Plan to Save South Africa, which is in the public domain. Let's start with the White Paper of 2025, Part 1. Heading of Part 1, The Constitutional Foundation. Question 1 of Part 1. Are any constitutional provisions for local government within cooperative governance unworkable or unrealistic? Here are the question and Eden movement notes in layman's terms. The first question concerns the foundation of the entire local government system. The Constitution requires national, provincial, and local government to cooperate. But cooperation cannot be a slogan. It must work. When a water system fails, when a road collapses, when a municipality cannot pay its suppliers, and when residents need answers. If responsibilities overlap, accountability disappears. If one sphere can blame another, communities are left waiting while basic services decline. Cooperative governance must mean clear duties, clear consequences, and a shared commitment to serve the public. The question is not whether cooperation sounds good on paper. The question is whether it works in the real world, in every town, every village, and every community. The IRASA structure is a community-first accountability model. It shows how residents, civic organizations, municipalities, watchdogs, and political representatives can each play a clear role in improving local governance. It is a network of responsibility and accountability, not a corporate reporting line. The 6 levels at a glance. Read the structure from the community at the top to district coordination at the bottom. Every level has a different job, but all should support the same outcome, a well-run community. Level 1. The community. The reason we exist. Residents, families, businesses, schools, churches, and local groups. The community is the foundation of the whole system. It includes the people who live, work, study, worship, own property, and operate businesses in a town. Schools, businesses, churches, community groups, and public institutions all exist within, and because of, the community. Residents are the first to see a leaking pipe, unsafe road, missed refuse collection, unaffordable tariff, or failing public facility. They also know what is working well, and what will help their town thrive. Every other level exists to listen to that experience, turn it into constructive action, and report back clearly. Level 2. Civic organizations. The community's organized voice. Ratepayer and property owner associations closest to the community. Ratepayer and property owner associations help residents move from isolated complaints to a clear, collective voice. They can gather evidence, identify patterns, explain local processes, and engage the municipality in an organized, respectful way. These organizations do not replace residents. They create a stronger channel through which residents can participate, oversee local governance from a civic perspective, and keep attention on practical outcomes rather than personalities or party politics. In simple terms, a civic association helps a community speak with one clear, informed voice. Level 3. IRASA and the IEC link. The non-political civic guardrail. Keeping community issues focused on people, facts, fairness, and service delivery. IRASA is the non-political civic instrument in this model. Non-political does not mean ignoring public issues. It means working for the community's interests without being controlled by, or acting for, a political party. The IEC link represents a commitment to lawful democratic processes. Residents retain the right to choose political representatives through free and fair elections. The Electoral Commission of South Africa is independent of government and manages elections, maintains the voter's role, and declares results. It does not direct civic associations or take over municipal service delivery. In simple terms, IRASA helps keep a community issue about the community, not about party allegiance. Level 4. Accountability watchdogs. Protecting public funds and services. Independent scrutiny when questions need answers. Public money must be spent carefully, and services must be delivered properly. This level brings together the accountability organizations and institutions shown in the structure, including MOSRATES, the Auditor General, Accountability Now, Corruption Watch, the SAPS, Parliament, and AUDA. Their functions are not identical, but their shared purpose in this model is accountability. They provide different ways to examine concerns, raise alerts, investigate wrongdoing, challenge waste or corruption, and ask for explanations when service delivery fails. In simple terms, this is the level that asks, what happened to the money, what was promised, and what has been delivered? Level 5. Municipalities. Delivering everyday services. the bodies responsible for local administration, infrastructure, planning, and services. Municipalities are the service delivery bodies that residents deal with most directly. They must address the practical services and infrastructure on which a town depends. In South Africa, local government is focused on local economies, infrastructure, and services, while district municipalities also support district-wide planning and capacity building. Within the IRASA model, the community-municipality relationship is managed through structured civic engagement. Local associations bring verified concerns forward. IRASA supports a consistent, non-party political approach, and the municipality remains responsible for responding through its lawful processes and service delivery systems. In simple terms, the municipality delivers the services. The community has the right to follow up, ask questions, and expect accountable action. Level 6. Political representation. District oversight and coordination. Helping towns work together on issues that cross municipal boundaries. Political representatives have an important but clearly defined role in the IRASA structure. They provide democratic oversight and help coordinate matters that affect more than one town in the district. The structure uses garden route first as an example of this coordinating role. A road, water system, environmental concern, transport route, or development issue may extend beyond one municipal boundary. In those cases, district-level coordination matters. Political representatives can help align discussion between towns, raise district-wide concerns, and ensure that local issues receive appropriate attention in democratic structures. In simple terms, political coordination supports shared solutions. It does not replace the community's voice or the municipality's responsibility to deliver. How this works in everyday life. A resident does not need to understand every institution to participate. The pathway should be simple. Identify the issue, organize the facts, use the right civic and municipal channels, and track the response. Step 1. A local issue is identified. A resident raises a concern or opportunity affecting their street, neighborhood, or town. Step 2. Facts are organized. The local civic organization gathers evidence and identifies the right municipal process. Step 3. The issue stays apolitical. IRASA helps keep engagement centered on community outcomes, fairness, and service delivery. Step 4. Accountability is used if needed. Appropriate oversight channels can be approached when serious concerns need scrutiny. Step 5. The municipality responds. The responsible authority considers the matter through its administration, budget, and service delivery systems. Step 6. District coordination supports solutions. Where an issue affects several towns, political representation can help bring those discussions together. Here are a few common questions residents often ask. Question 1. Is IRASA a political party? The short answer is no. IRASA is strictly an apolitical, civic instrument. It is designed to help community organizations focus on what really matters: evidence, fair processes, accountability, and local service delivery, rather than getting caught up in party politics. Question 2. Who is actually responsible for fixing a service delivery problem? Ultimately, the municipality remains responsible for responding through its lawful processes and service delivery systems. However, civic organizations and IRASA are here to help residents organize the issue, engage constructively with the authorities, and follow up to ensure that commitments are met. Question 3. When do watchdogs get involved? Watchdogs and formal accountability channels step in when there are serious concerns. This includes issues surrounding public funds, misconduct, corruption, repeated failure to deliver services, or any situation that requires independent scrutiny. In closing, this is your community, your voice, and your accountability. We encourage you to get involved through your local civic organization, share verified concerns, attend meetings, follow municipal processes, and help us build a culture where public service remains truly accountable to the community it serves.